This is Mighty Blaster, advertised as the fireman's nozzle. Can it stand up and outperform regular hose nozzles? That's what I'm going to try to find out in this review of Mighty Blaster. Alright, here's what we got. We've got the pocket hose brass bullet, the metal garden hose, and the Hercules hose. This is what I'd call the current class of 2017 as seen on TV hoses, the most popular ones out there at the moment. I'm going to put those and match them up with three nozzles here. This was heavily advertised in 2015, which was the Mighty Blaster. They also call it the Mighty Blaster Fireman's Nozzle. I got this kind of cheap nozzle here for $5 at Target by Gilmour, and this is the nozzle that came with the metal garden hose. Mighty Blaster used to be $15. Now you can find it in stores for about $6 to $10. I found it at Target for $5.99. Mighty Blaster was first advertised in 2015 as a fireman's nozzle, and it supposedly had this powerful jet. It doesn't advertise anymore, but it's been included as an add-on to the Hercules hose, which is heavily advertising now, and I have already reviewed. I was going to compare it with three different hoses, three different nozzles, and see which one wins the battle for the best jet hose. Since Mighty Blaster is supposed to be a mighty blast of water, can the other two compete or outperform Mighty Blaster? That's what we're going to find out today. Alright, this is Mighty Blaster. It's pretty self-explanatory. You put your hose in there, you turn this to go from a open to a closed position. I'm going to test this out against several other nozzles and see if it really does outperform them. Mighty Blaster was out a couple years ago. I wasn't really going to do this one, but the original advertising made it sound like you're going to get increased pressure over regular nozzles. They don't advertise it anymore, but I still have those advertising claims in mind when I'm testing it out. But let's see how it compares to other nozzles. First up, I'm going to do the Hercules hose. This is what I'm getting right here. Is that all the way up? No, that can't be all the way. Is that all the way up? It was so unimpressive, I thought maybe the water wasn't all the way up, but it is. It's all the way up. Let's try that again. See, when I first open it up, it's pretty good. It's about as far as I can go to the edge of that patio over there. Now, if I keep turning it, it goes to this, which I'm not sure why you would want this. Why would you want this? That doesn't look very good. Turning it, we get more of a distance when we turn it that way. Let me try a different nozzle and see how that goes. This is a brand new nozzle I got by Gilmour. It was $5 at Target. I'm going to see how that goes compared to the Mighty Blaster. This has a handle so I can make my selection before I turn the water on. So I got it set to jet. Let's see. It's going about the same distance. I gotta say, I kind of like this one better already. It's got more options, and the jet actually sprays further. But we got more to test, different hoses to use, so we're gonna keep going. Next up, I'm gonna do the nozzle that was included in the metal garden hose right here. And I've used it in other videos as well. Let's see how that one does. I'm going more than halfway down the end of that patio right there on this one, as far as the jet goes. You can also adjust it so it has more of a mist. So it's got some options. I think I got more distance on this one. Definitely more distance on that one. Now I've switched to the pocket hose brass bullet. Distance about the same, just at the end of that patio. I guess you're supposed to hold it this way actually, aren't you? That's all the way open. Then you get some distance, then you get a decent stream, and then it's off. Alright, next up on the pocket hose brass bullet, I've got the nozzle that came with the metal garden hose. Let's see how that does. Oh yeah, look at that. Definitely has a little bit further stream than the others. Next up on the pocket hose brass bullet, we've got the cheap $5 Gilmour nozzle. And it goes just almost as far as the nozzle with a metal garden hose. Here's all the options on here. We've got jet like you've seen, flower, which is a really fine mist, sweep, garden, rinse. Rinse doesn't go as far as jet, almost. Shrub, clean, soft wash, back to jet. I still kind of like this one so far. Okay, last up we're going to have the metal garden hose, which looks a lot like the Hercules hose, and the Mighty Blaster. Once again, a couple feet into the patio is about as far as this is getting. It doesn't really have a lot of variation. You have kind of like a weak stream, then you have a stronger jet, and then that's about it. I mean, you have this. I don't think you really want that. I have a tendency to want to hold it like this, which is incorrect. You're supposed to hold it like that, but it doesn't feel that natural to me. I guess because I'm not used to it. Okay, now for the underdog, the one nobody's heard of, the $5 Gilmour nozzle. Once again, we'll start on jet. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. I just think this Mighty Blaster was kind of advertised for its ability to blast water in a jet. It doesn't have as many options as this one, and this one was a lot less expensive. All right, the final combination is the metal garden hose and the nozzle that came with the metal garden hose. Starts off with a mist, but we want to see how the jet compares to Mighty Blaster. Again, this one goes even further. So let me just recap here for a second. Give you an idea where I was at. I was standing right next to that tripod over there in that patch of dead grass. The Mighty Blaster would reach to about right somewhere in here. The Gilmour nozzle, the cheap one, came to about right here, about 6 feet further than the Mighty Blaster. And finally, the nozzle that came with the metal garden hose came here another 6 feet, so about 12 feet further than the Mighty Blaster, and that's where I was shooting it from. So if you're just looking at as far as the blaster effect, I think that the nozzle with the metal garden hose seems to produce a better stream. But if you're looking for a little bit of variety, this cheap Gilmour nozzle that cost me $5 at Target, I think is the best option. Alright, so there you have it. Got the 3 nozzles. I wanted to use 3 different hoses, not only to show the hoses that I'm currently still testing for the 2017 class of hoses, but I also wanted to take out one more variable that maybe somehow the hose is going to affect things. So I used 3 different hoses, 3 different nozzles, and in all cases, the metal garden hose had the best distance, the Gilmour hose had the best variety, and the Mighty Blaster was kind of in last place in all of them. It has a nice, comfortable handle if you get used to holding that. But other than that, I think the other 2 are better. Have you used Mighty Blaster? Tell me what you think in the comments below. And please subscribe for more as seen on TV product reviews from me, James White, Freakin' Reviews.